everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and I'm so excited for this video. This idea was created by Kat from Perfectly Kat, Roxanna from Life with Roxanna, and Mary from the Sisketears. So they decided that it would be fun to get a whole bunch of YouTubers together and do some crafts. And since we're kind of quarantined home, it had to be crafts that we would be able to do with things that we had lying around the house. So everybody is doing a different craft. I should say there's 34 YouTubers participating in this craft. So it is so cool. I can't wait to see what everybody's come up with. So what I decided to do was a cork pin board for my pins. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty basic, but it was a lot of fun to do. And all you do is you take your pins and you just put them on the pin board and then you just hang it up. And I know most people probably won't have cork board just kind of lying around, but as a crafter, there's always cork boards, there's always frames. These are things that I used for ear making. There's always something around the house. So I decided to do this one. So I'm going to show you guys a tutorial on how to do it right now.
So the first thing you're going to need is a picture frame. You can use any size frame you like. And I just got that at the dollar store. And the next thing is some cork board. And as well, I just got that at the dollar store. And you're going to need some pom-poms, and I just had these laying around. I already did some projects with them, and as well as a piece of felt and just some ribbon, and as well a glue gun, a marker, and scissors. Oh, as well as a bow. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to disassemble your frame, because you're going to need to make a template with your cork board and see how big you have to have it. So once you have your frame apart, you're just going to put it on top of the cork board and you're going to trace it just to make sure it fits nicely. Once you're done tracing, you're just going to trim the excess to make sure that everything is all even. So once that's done, you're just going to put the glass back in, as well as everything else that was on the frame. So then you're just going to take your piece of felt and you're going to trim it into the shape of a cloud. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you can just kind of judge it by how big you want it. And then you're going to take your felt balls and you're just going to glue them onto the piece of felt. So what I did is I just took out a bunch of different colors that I wanted to put on there. I tried not to put too many of the same colors all in a row, just so it'd make it a little bit prettier. So then there was a little bit too much orange that I could see from the felt, so I just took a little bit more of the pom-poms and just kind of tried to hide it. I could see a little bit of a hole on the bottom, so I just added the blue pom-pom just to kind of fill it out a little bit more. And then what I did is I just took the string that I had, and that's going to act as the balloon strings. So you just cut as much as you want. I don't remember how much I cut, but I just cut a fair bit. And then once that's done, then you're just going to glue it onto the corkboard. So what I did is I just took a piece of that orange felt and I just cut a little piece of it, and that's where I was going to gather up all of the strings. So I just put a little bit of glue onto the felt, and then I just add the strings one by one. So then when all the strings were on, I just put another little piece of felt on the top, and don't worry if it looks a little weird, we're going to cut it shorter so it hides behind the bow. So I found this was the hardest part, was to make sure that all the strings were straight and they were lined up to where I wanted them to go and flat against the corkboard. But once I had all of that figured out, then it was pretty simple, and then I just glued the balloons right on top of the strings. So there was parts of the strings that were showing, so all I did was take a couple of more of those little felt balls and I just glued them on to hide it. So once that was glued on, all I did is I cut the little felt just to make it smaller so I could hide it behind the bow. And I glued that on to the corkboard, and once that was dried, then I glued on the bow right on top of it. So now that you're done with everything, all you have to do is take your pin and just stick it onto the pin board, so you can change it up as many times as you want. I love how this up-inspired pin board came out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too.
So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft video. I was super excited because I do love to craft, so I really can't wait to see what everybody else did. If you want, you can follow us along on Instagram, and the hashtag is Quarantine Craft Party. Also, I will put down the links to everybody's YouTube channels down below, and you guys can go and check out what everybody did. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye!